Wow, our mission, and I think this is what unifies both the products and services we produce, but also the type of people we attract into the business, is we really focus on enabling people and organizations to harness the transformative power of technology. And those aren't just, that's not sloganeering, that's not just a mission statement. I think it's exemplified by the people in the company. So the type of culture we've created around that are people that are very active, very innovative. We're a remarkably agile company. We are highly collaborative. We're also pretty competitive, in terms of the way we compete against other companies. But I would think that the attributes kind of follow along with the mission of the company itself.
Right.
I think there's a couple of real simple reasons we're growing, and we're growing quite quickly. And along with that growth, I think, is the fact that we're adding some new and exciting positions in the company. So I think you always want to be a part of a company that's on the right side of the growth curve. We've also completely transformed the business, taking a legacy media company that was 90% print and transforming it into a digital media and live event business with print on the periphery of it. I say that because I think if you're interested in the media and business information industry, you'll want to be with a company that's actually leading that revolution, if not that transformation. And I think UBM TechWeb is clearly one of those types of companies. I think the last thing is really what we touched on in the first question, which is really about the culture itself. At the end of the day, work comes down to the types of people, what you're going to learn, and the career opportunities and advancements you're going to get inside that company. And I think we're able to bring all those things together in a highly collaborative and a really exciting way at UBM TechWeb. It's a great question, really. I think what is common across our company is a sense of serving the communities in a way that's really substantial. And I think there's two dimensions of that. Clearly through the information on the products and services that we produce, serving the audiences and then also the marketers in each of these marketplaces. But we take quite seriously our CSR initiatives, and we do a tremendous amount of work for charity. UBM does a matching program. And so from the small kind of programs, it could be a weekend initiative that somebody's involved in, at a local soup kitchen, all the way up into things that are far more substantial, like some of our work with NGOs, where we're actually using our experience in live events to produce events for nonprofits to help them understand how to run their nonprofits better. I think it's an interesting balance there of serving our audiences and customers, but also serving the broader community out there. It takes a both formal and informal process for career development. So on the formal process, we actually have a series of leadership and management development training programs. We have a performance management program that we adhere to. But on the informal side, we also encourage people to seek out mentors in the company. And in many cases, we structure that, and in most cases, it's happening actually organically. One of the ways that we've enabled the company, I think, is by providing a level of collaboration inside, both in our open office spaces. So in every office we have, I think just about every office now, we have a very modern open office structure. And the reason we do that is to encourage people to get to know not only people in their own division or own brand or product area, but also people broadly across the company. So those informal mentorships, informal development can actually happen. We also encourage a fair amount of movement back and forth. We have examples of people inside UBM TechWeb that have moved to other countries to take on new positions and vice versa. So we think that kind of dynamic is really important for a company like ours, and it creates a part of the development framework for the company itself. You know what? I really believe that businesses and people have to serve someone. I really think that's an essential thing. Otherwise, there's no focus to what you do. And in our particular focus, clearly we're interested in growing the revenues and profits of the business, and those are great things because it creates a healthy business and we can create more career opportunities. But that's a trailing indicator of something else. And I think thus something else for us is being able to really enable people and organizations to harness the power of technology. Technology is extraordinary in the way it's impacting all of our lives, both personally and professionally. And by the way, those lines are crossing over these days. So we take really seriously this idea of being able to help people understand how to use, how to harness that power of technology, and how to improve not only their lives, but the fortunes of their company as well. And so I think that's something that we take pretty seriously inside the company, without getting highfalutin about it. But we take that pretty seriously, and I think for us, it's a bit of a guide. And when we do our best work, it's when we really focus on that ability to enable people and organizations to leverage that power of technology. Well, I'm pleased to say it's going up, and I think that's great. You know, I think that in a world that's rapidly changing in media and business information, we've been one of the leaders in redefining how that world looks, certainly for business information and business-to-business media companies. And I think understanding how to build and manage digital products and services, and also the influence that digital and live events are having amongst each other is something I'd like to think that we are probably one of the more advanced companies in. That's enabled us to grow. And we've had a lot of years of great growth, and we're experiencing some rather significant growth during this phase of the company, which just allows us to not only create more opportunities for people inside the company, but attract great people into the company as well.